Israel don't recognize us as Palestinian or the Palestinian state. Not only anti-Palestinian, they want to see that the Palestinians, all of them are dead. Become water, they don't become gas, they don't become food, they don't This genocide is continue with support, I can say support, of United States of America and the European Union.
Welcome to Janashakti Network. Mr. Abdulhadi Abdulfattah is a member of the Palestinian Liberation Organization and is now working with the Palestinian Mission in Berlin. How do you see the situation in Palestine now playing out in the context of the recent developments? The kind of legislation and attitude of the Israeli government to a ceasefire and to the processes of sending in humanitarian aid.
So first of all, I want to thank you for this meeting, for this interview. And I want also to thank people of India for their support for the Palestinian issue. This started not now, it started since the end of the 60s.
Yes.
And it was a pleasure for me to be here in Calcutta and to see this land and their kind people. And you are right, now we have a lot problem after the 7th of October. But 1993, we signed a peace process, PLO, with Israel. In this peace process, we recognize Israel as a state of Israel in the border of the 1967. But till now, Israel don't recognize us as Palestinian or the Palestinian state. In Oslo, process, it was a period of 5 years, started 1994 to 1999, and after that, must we have a Palestinian state on the border of 1967. That means West Bank and Gaza. And we are talking about 6,260 square kilometers. And Gaza and West Bank are separated through Israeli land. Gaza is in the south of Palestine, and West Bank, it is a little bit in the north of Palestine, middle and in the north of Palestine. And we was at that time really hopeful, and it was good for us and for the Israeli to have peace after all these years. And after killing of Rabin, it started in Israel to refuse this two-state solution. Now we have in Israel a radical right government. They are very radical. They are not only anti-Palestinian. They want to see that the Palestinians, all of them are dead. Some of the ministers say, why not bombing Gaza with an atom bomb? The army minister say Gaza must have, they don't become water, they don't become gas, they don't become food, and it is happening in Gaza that people are dying because there is no food to eat or there is no water for them.
There is also a danger of disease.
Yes, they closed the borders and nothing coming or going outside of Gaza. And this genocide, it's continue with support, I can say support of United States of America and the European Union, because nobody is interested to stop this genocide, to stop killing in Gaza. So, I mean, as a Palestinian, we and the Israeli have a good opportunity with the Oslo process, but the Israeli refuse it. And I think they made a mistake, because such a solution, it means that the state of Israel will stay for hundreds of years or for a long time. But in this case, I don't think so.
Are you saying that this is a one-state solution?
I personally, and a lot of people of Palestine, we're thinking, okay, one state solution, but to be equal, not the law for some people and for the others, they're in a different law. So what we have now in occupation, also in Jerusalem, it's a small example, Palestinian in Jerusalem, they are not citizens. They are only residents. But we are in this land since thousands of years. And any Israeli Jewish who's coming from USA or Russian or from any country, he will become a citizenship on the spot.
So, are you saying that the solution lies in having a state where everybody is equal? The Palestinian.
So we agree on that, yes. If the state of Israel agree for one state solution, we agree also, because it's okay. We have to live in this land.
Would Hamas agree?
It will be possible. I can tell you, because as we started with Oslo, 1994, it was really good relationship between people and between government, National Palestinian Authority and Israeli government. And that show us that it's possible to live in peace. But after a short time, things are changed.
Do you think it is possible to return to a time of peace?
I don't know, because now what we have in Israel, that the Israeli society also are radicalized. In the 90s and in Rabin time, and it was really that you can say that 50% of the people, they want peace, or more than 50% of the people, they want peace, and they are ready in one state solution or two state solution. But now we have in Israel only so radical people, and the most of the Israeli now, I can say 90% of them, they are against Palestinian, and they don't want to have any solution with the Palestinian because of this radical government. Because what they show them in TV and what they tell them about the situation in Palestine, or what's going in Gaza or in the West Bank, it's changed their mind.
I think the October 7 incident that Hamas invading Israel and taking hostages also contributed to the.
Yeah, exactly. Hamas is an organization, it's a radical organization. It's also known for Israel. And I can tell you, the Israeli government under Netanyahu, with the help of Qatar, they bring Hamas the money through the Israeli army. Netanyahu allowed them to finance Hamas in Gaza and to keep the Palestinian Authority very
ineffective.
Yeah. So also the Israeli paid for their mistake. And I thought that this policy, it was known for the Israeli. I saw interviews with soldiers who is controlling the border between Gaza and Israel. and they have cameras to control the area. And those people in the interview told that we see everything coming from Gaza to Israel. Sometimes small insect, sometimes anything. And we tell our government and our people that is something is happening now on the border. But the reaction came very late. I don't know why.
Okay, to go back to the border and the kind of controls that Israel is exercising over the border with Gaza, the inflow of humanitarian aid is likely to be even more impacted. It is going to get worse
I can tell
because
you.
of the relation, because Israel has passed a law that it will have no negotiations with the United Nations Relief and Works Agency.
I can tell you before 7 October, Gaza was a big prison because
Yes.
all the border are closed and Gaza live under siege of the Israeli occupation from outside, not inside. There is no Israeli army in Gaza, but around it, everything what coming in or coming out is under Israeli control. So Israel was also, it was a real prison, a big prison. I can see who's more than 2 million people living there. And it's clear for us that the UNRWA, to stop the work of UNRWA, I want to tell you something about the UNRWA. UNRWA established after the foundation of the State of Israel and
1948.
the cleansing of the Palestinian. In that time, we have about more than 700,000 Palestinian refugees who left their homeland and come to Jordan and Lebanon and Syria to neighborhood. And the United Nations in that time built the UNRWA to help those people in the refugees. So the UNRWA don't only give them food or it's responsible for health, for schools, for
Education.
culture, yes, and for everything. And also in the UNRWA, there is jobs for the Palestinians in these camps. Not only the schools, not only they have teachers, we have doctors, those working there. And it's financed from the United Nations. And now, as Trump came to as president, the first president time, his first time as president, the first thing what he did is to stop the aid from the United States of America to UNRWA. So it was a very old plan, not come after 7th of October, but now it's in, and they speak about this issue new again and again, and we don't know if Trump now become his president time started his time, what he will do in Gaza or with the UNRWA or with the different things. And we have
How are things going to function in Gaza without the UNRWA?
I don't know. We don't know anything. We're speaking now in Palestine or all the world. We asking all the world to stop this genocide, first of all, to stop killing. And there's a lot of people who need help to for treatment. For there is no hospitals there. They destroy all hospitals and kill the doctors also. This is really, and more than 75% of Gaza is destroyed. School, houses, shops, everything. So, and there are more than 2 million there. And those 2 million move from north to the middle, to the south. And if they move, they kill them also. And they tell them, here is not safe for you. Go to the middle. Yeah, they go to the middle, and Israeli fighters, they bomb them and kill them. And no, after that, no, go to the south a little bit more. And this must be stopped. And I don't know where we live now. Our civilization is, يعني, we can see the picture in the TV how
Yeah.
kids are killing or they are hungry. They don't have food. They don't have treatment. Old people who is sick, they don't have any medicine for them. I think Israel will not stop the war because there is no need to stop the war. No pressure from outside. And there is no real pressure on Israel to stop this war.
And yet, the International Criminal Court has found Mr. Netanyahu and Mr. Golan both charged as criminals. So, where does that go?
Yes, it was the first time that the International Court do something in this direction, and we are very, very happy and glad about the solution because the International Court is not pro-Palestine. International Court see the truth and decide the right decision after that. And this genocide, you cannot say this is something normal. This is not normal. To kill people, the thousands of civilian people, to kill children, to old people, to kill them. And I think it will be a problem for them when they are visit some countries in the world. I don't know. I hear about one soldier who's now in arrest in Brasilia. He take a part on the war in Gaza, and after this decision, this Brazilian have to do something, and they did. And he is now in the prison in Brasilia.
So, he is a war criminal.
He's a war criminal. Every soldier who take part in the war of Gaza and kill people, I can't tell you stories about this. So, one soldier give his daughter present with camera to destroy the house. Look, daughter, this is the present for your birthday. Look, now it's falling down. Poof. This present from a soldier to his small daughter, 10 years old or 9 years old. Those are criminals. Those must be treated as criminals, not as a human being. And also, for us, we know the Israeli from 1948 till now. We tell our stories thousands of times everywhere, but there is no action against Israel because the Zionist lobby is so strong in the world. We know that. I'm in Germany, and Germany is controlled by Axel Springer Verlag. It's a media, a huge media, it's a big media concern, and they control the country. If any politician in Germany says something to criticize Israel, he will be the press will be destroyed. And the next thing, he have two things to do: to say sorry or to leave his job. This is what I see in Germany.
So, are you saying that as of now, the world is refusing to hold Israel to account?
Yes, there is. I think what is going on in Gaza since more 1 year and 2 months.
That is only the last part. It has started in 1948.
It started. Yes, we have this problem since 1948 and before also. It was 1948 is what the cleansing and the kill and it was. I mean, it is a Zionist problem. Yeah, we don't have again Jewish. Jews is a religion like any religion, and we respect it. And we live with Jews in Palestine for the foundation of Israel in 1948. We live together in freedom, and we don't have any problems with that. But it was an European problem, maybe. That's why Balfour Declaration 1917 started to help the Zionist movement to build a Jewish state in Palestine.
They bought land.
And
Yes.
the Zionist movement in that time said that a homeland for a people without home, in a land without people. It was not really true. Palestinian, it was always as their own people. And as the Israel established, so they threw more than 700,000 Palestinians out of the border.
Right. So that was one period of ethnic cleansing. What is going on now is also similar to ethnic cleansing, would you say?
What is going on is a genocide now in Gaza. And in the West Bank, it's a lot of things happen, but nobody hear about that because Israel kill every day 4 or 5 people. His Hamas, this is what I know. They
A
are,
terrorist.
yeah, they are terrorists. I don't understand this word really. If people under occupation and try to fight for their freedom, is this a terrorism? Of course not. I remember that the French was occupied from Hitler, from the German, and they called them partisan.
The resistance movement.
Resistance movement. But only in Palestine, if it's coming to a Palestinian resistance, so no, this is not resistance, this is terrorism. And also, we are speaking what the West Bank going on. They built a lot of new settlement now.
Yeah.
With this radical government, very radical government. Yeah, they are really very bad people because they don't think that we are human. They said that we are not a human. We have to go outside. We have to leave this land to give up. But we don't give up. We will stay.
How?
We will survive. Under occupation, without occupation, we will survive. We will stay there. Now we are working just to survive in our homeland. We will do everything and anything to stay in our homeland because we don't have another place. We will have to go. And why we have to go? This is our homeland since thousands of years. The chosen people coming and God have given them this land. How?
You're referring to the Jews.
This God is racist if he gives some people another land people. So I think Israel made a big mistake with this. The demography is against the state of Israel. Now we are in Palestine, in West Bank and in Gaza, more than 7 million people. And on the other side, the Jewish people, they are also about 7 million. So it's a matter of time. And we will continue our struggle with support of the United States of America, without support of the European Union. We will continue our struggle because we don't have any other choice.
But, you can continue to struggle, but how do you sustain a population which is being deprived of the basics?
This is the most important question. Because how to survive in this land? And we worked in this before also. It was the first intifada, as we started the first intifada. It was really very bad situation for the people. So people try to do everything in the agriculture, industry, just to survive. And we are success. And now we can also success. We can also survive without help from other countries or without borders or without anything. We can do a lot of things in our country. We are very clever. We have high educated people. They can change a lot of things in our life. And we have also 7 million people abroad. They will support us also.
So you think that the world can abandon Gaza, but Gaza will survive?
Gaza will survive, and Gaza people will never leave Gaza. A lot of them are killed. Many families are, and from the registration book, they are because all of the family is
Yes.
killed. Yani father, mother, brother, sister, grandfather, because all of them are killed. Yani you cannot find anything in the registration book for this family, but we will survive. And I think what is going on in our countries, in the Arab countries, is really a very bad imperialist politique. See it in Syria. I am not supporting Assad regime, but Syria for this war was one of the best Arab countries economically.
Yes.
They talk about dictator. In Arab countries, we have only dictatorships. We don't have democratic president or king, or we have only dictatorship. But Syria, it was a problem for Israel.
Yeah.
And that's why Israel, with the help of United States of America and Turkey and all of them, to destroy. Now is separated. They have part of it is with the United States of America, the other part is with Turkey, the other part is with this Islamic movement.
And Israel is trying to occupy more and more
More
territory.
and more, they can do it. So it is really a bad, very bad situation in our Middle East. I
Yes.
mean, but for us Palestinians, it will become more worse. I see it because we have now time for Mr. Trump.
The situation, Gaza is sitting surrounded by different countries, not all of whom are very anxious or engaged in finding a solution to the Palestinian problem. How do you think a solution will actually emerge? Even Qatar has kind of become very lukewarm to the process of negotiating peace. So, how do you think things are going to work?
So I am really very sad that I'm talking now about Arab countries, our neighbor, like Egypt, like Jordan, like Lebanon, Lebanon, they have their part. I don't want to speak about it. But other Arab countries also, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of them. I'm very sad that those countries do nothing for us. I think they can see how is the situation in Palestine, that people don't have food, don't have anything. Okay, they try to help, but how? Yeah. For Israel, we know that. For Israel, that the food is coming from Emirates to Saudi Arabia to Jordan, and from Jordan with trucks to Israel. And on the other side, their brother in Gaza don't have anything because Israel don't open the border. They cannot order that Israel open the border to help the Palestinians in Gaza. They don't, the Arabs cannot do anything. They don't want to do anything. I don't know what they are thinking about their future, because the time is coming for them also. If you don't help your brother, so your time is coming. And I'm very sad, really, about this situation. But also the Arab population cannot do anything because the government is different as the people. The people are supporting us, and it's forbidden in Egypt to make a demonstration for Palestine. It's forbidden.
Yes.
In Emirates also, in Qatar also, in Jordan also. So in Europe there is demonstration against Israel for the Palestinian people. In USA, in India, everywhere there is demonstration for Palestinians, but not in the Arab countries. So this part is for me finished.
So, how do you go forward from here?
No, as I told you before, now we are looking in the West Bank. We don't want to make this mistake what in Gaza happened at 7 October. This will not happen. We will definitely don't do the same. Because it is the opportunity for Israel to do against us also the same what is in Gaza going on. But in Palestine and West Bank, there is a different problem. After Oslo is the plan that West Bank, we're talking about an area 5,865 square kilometer, very small area. We are talking about very small area. And 62% of this area is zone C. This means that all this 62% is under Israeli control. Israeli army, Israeli. And now Israel, not now, it started before also Oslo, they try to take this land as a part of Israel, not as a part of Palestinian state for the future. So they start to build more and more new settlement in this area. And with this radical government, they bring money from all the world just to build new settlement in this area and to occupy this area. And I think we are afraid that from Trump, we hope he will not do that, because Trump, he give always gifts. Oh, this part can take Israel, this part can take, this is okay for you. So as after Oslo, we have 3 zones in Palestine: Zone A, Zone B, and C. Zone A is under Palestinian control. It's the big cities. And Zone B is under Palestinian, administrative under Palestinian control. Security-wise is under Israeli control. It's small villages, small areas with less people, not big cities. And Zone C this is the area which we have our agriculture, we have everything there, and Jordan Valley, and this is the life for the future of our.
This is your wealth.
Yeah, and this will Israel also to get it, to control it and to take it for Israel, and this will be a problem for the future, for us and for the Israelis, because we will not give this land so free up. It's our land. So I think we have a very dark future in the area. I am hopeless. I am not have any hope that we have peace or we have one state solution or two state solution. I hope that we get it, but there is no sign that it comes. And I think without pressure from the United States of America.
You think that pressure is going to come?
No, if
it's more right wing than before.
If there is a solution, it can come only with the pressure of the United States of America. Until now, there is no president want to make any pressure on Israel. They made all pressure on Palestinians.
But Europe is also not very.
The European can forget it. They follow the American. This is the policy in the Middle East. Decision coming from the United States of America, and the European follow them. Like the war in Ukraine. The European have to finance it, but they don't have any decision. This is.
So US imperialism is controlling the whole.
It's a catastrophe, because now become real face and real teeth, and we saw it. So I think the future will be in our region. I don't know also in other countries how it will be designed. Very dark, because now they say it. We have to kill those people. We have to do this. If they not agree, we have bombs, small bombs. We can do it, and they can do it also. We have now developed just for an area of 1 kilometer that destroy everything in this area. So we don't need to have big atom bomb like in Hiroshima or Nagasaki. It's enough with 1 kilo, 2 kilo. And I think it comes in the near future. I am not optimistic. I don't know. Maybe I make a mistake. But what I see in our region, what's going on in our region, and this terrorist organization like Daesh, Al Qaeda, yeah, Islamic, it was astonishing. You don't hear from them, and if they need them, they come out with modern weapon, with everything what they have, what they need. They control them, the European Union and the Americana. They build them also. They finance them. And tell us those we have to do something against them. They don't do anything against them. Because now what is in Syria happened, we hear nothing about Jaish al-Nusra and Tahrir al-Sham, and we don't hear anything. And suddenly they have a big army with best weapon, and they control now the biggest part of Syria. And in those parties are not normal people. They are against Christian, they are against Druze, and they are against anybody, against Muslims.
So why do you think this is happening?
Yeah, this is the American and European policy in our region. They have to do such things to control our resource. You'll see in Syria now, we have war, the people have no food, no money, no work, nothing, and the American control the air part of Syria. They control it. And for the future, all of Mediterranean area coast for Syria has a big, huge amount of gas and oil. This is the interest of Israel and America. They want to control it. And through this system, they can control everything in our region. So it is terrible.
So the Middle East is going to be the next, or is?
It is. It started in Iraq.
It started in Iraq.
And in Syria. And the next we don't know.
Egypt in between.
Egypt is, I hope not, but we don't know. Yeah. We don't know. Because these Islamic parties, they are in the hand of the English security and the CIA. And they control them. So Al-Qaeda is built from the American. They built the Al-Qaeda. Bin Laden and co, they built them to fight against the Russian in Afghanistan, and they financed them from the Arab countries. And after they finished in Afghanistan, so they was jobless. So they start to do action against USA, against Arab countries, against everyone. So this is the problem. I don't know, but we hope
the Middle East is going to remain a very turbulent.
I think the most important thing for Israel and the American to divide the Arab countries, to make from one country 3 or 4 countries. Egypt is planned. Syria must be 3 or 4 countries, but not for the Kurdistan.
So
part as under control of Turkey. No, it has happened. And Idlib under terror organization, and Damascus and the other under new terror organization. This is Syria now. Yeah? Iraq is also the same problem. It's coming now because they have Al-Hashd al-Sha'bi, they have this public movement. They want to destroy it, the American. They try now to cooperate with the government in Iraq to give them up like Hezbollah or something there. And after that, to do the same what is in Syria happened. Yeah. And Egypt was also planned. It was the Arabic Spring, the Arabic Spring. It was the idea of Condoleezza Rice that it must coming and it must happen something there, that will change these countries. And till now, we have some changes.
So Israel will be the dominant power.
Israel must. I think we will see in the future that Israel become the biggest country in this region, because we are talking about small country in Syria, 3-4 countries, and in Iraq, and so Israel become the biggest country in this area.
And therefore becomes the safest country in the area.
Not only the safest, control all the area. They control now everything, a lot of things in our region. Their policy is really inside. They know, they have information, not only from their own power, no, with the help of the American and the European Union. All satellites, all things are working also for the state of Israel. Give them the information, and the same what is going in Gaza. In Gaza, all satellite, all geheim security in the world working, and give the information to Israel, how to kill the Palestinian in Gaza. And it will be hard for the Arab people in those countries. I don't know what they can do, because their government is, the Arab governments, most of them are working with the American, with the English government. And they are dictators.
Yeah.
They are not democratic. They are also not thinking in their own people. I don't have an Arab president who is thinking how to help his country and to develop his country.
Or even to have
like,
a Middle East, which is independently developed.
Yeah. They are doing for their own corruption, for their own self. It's just complicated.
Thank you very much for a very long and very, very interesting interview.
Thank you also for your interest, and I don't know, I talk a lot about things, and I hope that they can understand me with my English, because it's it's really difficult for me to.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about the English.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest incidents. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update. We will see you next time with more news that matters. Stay informed, stay safe.